What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is TishaTheBrave. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing okay. Today I'm here to talk about the importance of the Pisces, and as you guys may or may not know, I am actually a Pisces, so I'm very excited to give you this video. As always, I've written down notes, so pardon me if I'm looking down. Before we get into the video, let me just remind you that I have a Patreon account where if you support me on, there will be a tarot message that you get to pick this week to see what is in store for you, okay, or what you need to hear. Pisces is the 12th zodiac sign, and it is represented by the fish, which also represents duality. Its ancient planet ruler is Jupiter, which represents luck, religion, long distance travel, law and ethics, growth and mental expansion. And its modern day planet ruler is Neptune, which is the planet of karma, spirituality, illusions, dream, fantasy and intuition. Now, as always with the importance of the zodiac videos that I do, I like to go into the Greek mythology because it actually tells you a lot about the traits of the zodiac sign once you hear the stories. When it comes to the Pisces, the story goes like this. Zeus had managed to lock up all the Titans and such, but there was still one roaming about who the gods treated badly, and that was Typhon. Typhon was the son of Gaia and of Tartarus. Gaia is Mother Earth herself, and Tartarus is both a deity and also a place in the underworld, okay? So Typhon had a snake head for shoulders in like the hundreds, and then dragons with flickering tongues underneath his brows, of his eyes, and he was literally this unimaginable and terrifying beast. His legs and his arms are made of vipers, and every creature he was made out of would all make noises at the same time. So remember, some of his stuff was in the hundreds and then the thousands, and so every single creature would make noise. So I can't even imagine what Typhon looked like. Every depiction I've ever seen of Typhon has all looked different. So Typhon is now roaming around trying to have a fight with Zeus, and now the gods that were on Mount Olympus are all afraid. Now the two gods that we hear about during this time are Aphrodite and Eros, and they, in one version of the story, turn into fish and tie themselves up together so that they don't separate, and then they swim off to safety. In another version of the mythology, they hop onto the back of big fishes. Those fishes were the ones that swam them to safety. And to thank the fish for bringing them to safety, they made them the constellation, and that is the constellation of Pisces. Now this story is not the most grandest, the most greatest of stories that I've heard. In fact, I was kind of disappointed a little bit when I heard it, but I did manage to look at it properly and think about like what are the themes that are being portrayed here, and sure enough you can actually see like some of them once you break them down, okay? So first of all, let's talk about Typhon, okay? So Typhon is a child of Gaia, Mother Earth, the mother creation, and his father was the personification of the underworld, right? So literally he's the child of creation and also the child of like darkness, the underworld. So Pisces are actually the embodiment of the yin and yang, which is the light and the dark. This is the same thing as Typhon, right? They often go through the darkness as well to see the light and to create things beyond other people's imagination. And you can see that Typhon's depiction of who he is so above and beyond imagination that it's really hard to really picture anything about what Typhon could potentially look like, down to its accuracy. So there we have like the yin and yang embodiment, but then also we have beyond vivid imagination of what something could be like, right? The second thing I want to talk about is perception. So Pisces are known to have a perception of things that most people would think weird or otherwise, and that is because people like us are not born to see black or white. We are here to see the in-between and also to listen to both sides of the party. So the way that Zeus is marketed to a lot of us, like outside of people who really know Greek mythology, is the god of justice. But Zeus was many things, okay? He was a self-righteous, pompous man, and he was also a serial cheater, a murderer, and he put away the Titans, which were Gaia's children, right? So her way of getting revenge was to let fight for his siblings. And so here we see that perception is such a big key to the Pisces, but also the other thing I want to talk about here is karma. If you have like 12th house placements in your chart, or if you have a lot of Pisces in your chart, this may be a place of karma for you. The third point is that the fish, or the gods riding the fish, are the gods of love. It's Aphrodite and Eros, right? So in astrology, Pisces is exalted in Venus, the planet of love. And what that means is that the self-sacrificing nature of Pisces emphasizes love to a higher degree. It creates compassion beyond compared to other zodiac signs. We have an empathy that is felt more than all the other zodiac signs. If you think about Christianity in history, you would know that the early church had a symbol of the fish. Fish was a symbol of being a Christian. Again, that's that Pisces energy. If you think about Pisces energy, we also think of Christ-like behavior. We think of martyrdom in general, like, you know, killing yourselves for the sake of others, literally laying down your life for the sake of others. It's a very Piscean energy to do something like that. Okay, so escapism is the other thing that comes to mind here. So yes, they literally escaped in this story, but the Pisces mentally escapes all day long. We are the dreamers, we are the daydreamers, literally spiritually connected. Everything that seems logical to most people looks like a sign to us. We literally live with one foot in reality and one foot in the spiritual realm. It's just like the two fishes, the same way that Eros and Aphrodite tied their feet together to like make sure they didn't separate. Like, this is exactly what it is like to be two fish. It is literally, I know I'm present, I live here, but at the same time I live in Delulu and spirituality and all this other crazy stuff. Okay, so the reasons why Pisces is important is because we need people in the world to have compassion for those people who are misunderstood. We also need to give others hope and peace that there is much more to the situation that is before them, using our optimism and also using our spirituality, knowing that anything that happens, whether it's good or bad, is for their benefit, especially if it's bad. We need to remind them that even if things are bad, that there's either going to be a lesson or a blessing from this. And we can only say this because of our spiritual experiences that we will forever experience, especially if you're a Pisces sun. This is Tisha from editing. I forgot to actually talk about Pisces weaknesses and some of the things you should work on if you are a Pisces. Number one thing you should work on is definitely looking out for yourself and not necessarily looking out for others too much. You need to also learn how to decipher logically versus out of the kindness of your heart and martyrdom. So the one thing I would say that Pisces definitely need to work on is their root chakra, especially if they are the type of Pisces that have hardly any earth in them. Luckily for me, I have earth in my chart, so it's not hard for me to connect to my root chakra. But for a lot of Pisces, it's difficult, so definitely wear some red, definitely eat some red fruit, definitely meditate to some root chakra sounds, and just concentrate on grounding and making sure that you are also making logical decisions as well as those spiritual ones, or the ones that come up in your imagination. Okay, just wanted to say that real quick. My name is TishaTheBrave. I hope you guys enjoyed this video or learned a lot from this video. If you guys did, don't forget to put it down in the comment sections down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.